Hopefully you guys didn't click off the video already. I know the intro is a little bit different. I've just been experimenting around with things, trying to stick out from the rest of y'all. My retention rate for my video normally looks like the '08 financial crisis, where it just like goes straight down and then levels out, but except the difference is it never peaks back up. It just stays down. So I'm in like a permanent depression, you could say. Anyways, but today we're going to be doing a return to the form. I've been trying to experiment with some videos, but they haven't done as well. Exhibit A right here. So we're going to do a return to the form, and we're going to do another story video. And today, I think we're going to talk about the time me and my friends, I knew I said I was going to save this shit for later, but the time me and my friends shot cars with BB guns. So, yeah, this is a pretty crazy story, but let's get right into it. So this story happens around a similar time that the forest fire story happened. We were up at my beach house again. Every good story happens that involve my beach house. I don't know why. It's just kind of a place for chaos, I guess. But we're at our beach house, and this time, instead of just one person, there's two people. And so we're hanging out on the beach house. We're having a good time. Just kind of how all these stories happen, and we're kids. We get bored. It gets to a point where we just we're fed up doing what we're doing, and we got to do something else, right? We got to get those dopamine receptors just firing at full speed. And so we kind of come up with the plan that, we have BB guns, and let's go around the woods and shoot stuff. So we do that for about an hour, and that entertains us, and we're just shooting, logs and trees and stuff like that, and we're having a good time. Each of us has a BB gun. And, you can only have so much fun with the BB gun until you start, amping it up. Or actually, I don't even know, dude. I feel like we're in, high school. Or I don't even know, man. We're in, middle school. Fuck. But yeah, we're young, dude. We're young. And so we don't really know, we don't really know consequences that well. And we're just like, dude, why don't we just go shoot moving cars? I think it started because my friend accidentally shot my car, or my parents' car, and it dinged off. And oh my God. And we go to check up on the damage, and it didn't seem that bad. It just is left a little scrape. You could hardly notice it unless someone pointed it out to you. So we're just like, okay, let's go do this with moving cars, because we, walk a couple hundred feet up, and then there's this road that goes by my house. And so we're like, why don't we just post up in the woods and snipe these cars as they're going by? And for some reason, this sounds like a great idea. I don't know why. And thinking back to it, I don't even know who came up with the idea. It was kind of just a group consensus. We were all on the same wavelength. Let's just go fuck up these people's lives. So that's what we fucking ended up doing. So we go out there, and oh my gosh, bro, we went overkill, but understandably, if we were dumb enough to not understand that shooting people's cars is probably a bad thing, but we were also smart enough to be yo, we gotta stay hidden. So we're out here sporting full-on ghillie suits. We're duct taping leaves and stuff like that, trying to match our foliage. I mean, we're going page 5 of the Navy SEAL handbook. And so we're out here, we're getting geared up, and my parents are none the wiser. They're just doing their yard work or whatever, just letting us be, which looking back at it, they probably should have kept a better watch on us. And so we hike up there with our BB guns, we bring extra BBs, and we post up in this little trench. I don't know why it was a trench. Maybe someone had dug it out for whatever reason to put a pipe in there. I don't know, dude, but it was dug out, and it was a perfect trench, dude. And our little minds are going crazy. We're thinking about World War I, World War II, and we're imagining ourselves in this. So we're just having a great time. And so, chatter kind of comes in, the first car comes by, and we just, at first it's risky. It's oh my God, do we shoot it? You know what I mean? It's just we don't know whether or not to pull off the Band-Aid. And boy, dude, we got that first shot in, immediate dopamine to the brain, dude. All cylinders are firing. This is great. And the car just kept speeding on by. I don't know if it just thought it was a rock or what, or didn't notice us or couldn't hear us. So we're thinking, oh my God, we got away with it once. Let's just do it again. So eventually, this whole time, we're ramping it up, dude. We're shooting it once, and then maybe it's 2 people are shooting. And by 30 minutes in, dude, we have ramped it up to 3 people shooting, but we shoot twice. We shoot as the car's coming in, and then right as the car's going by. We have enough time to reload to get another shot in. So these cars are getting pelted. And at this point, they have to know what's going on, right? I mean, you hear... There's no way that you're oh yeah, just some rocks are flying around. So that just, that's not logical for them to think about. This is obviously some malicious little fucking teenagers doing this shit. And so we kind of get cocky, and we almost had a big slip up when a convertible went by, and we still shot at it, which looking back at it is such a bad, if that could hit them, they crash, I mean, we're not just running away from that. That is following us to our graves. So, and we ended up not shooting convertibles, thank God. But the amount of damage that we probably did in that hour-long period that we were shooting cars is probably in the thousands. I know I probably shouldn't be telling this story if the feds are watching. I'm fucked, and you don't know. I don't know, dude. If the feds are watching, I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. So please don't snitch, guys. Please don't snitch. I know I'm probably gonna eat those words later, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's fucking water under a bridge. Most people probably don't even own those cars anymore. This was like fucking 7 years ago, so whatever. But anyways, this one car, we decided to do the old, 3-and-3 combo as he's rolling up, and we ended up not getting the second volley in because this dude just like slammed on the brakes and started like turning around, like going in reverse, dude. So our cover's blown at this point, so we got to dart off in all different directions, and we dive into. Fuck, dude, my computer just shut the fuck off. Oh god, okay. But anyways, we had to like. Me and a couple buddies, or me and the two other guys, unfortunately dove into a pile of nettles, which does not feel good. That shit was ass. And so we're all like staying. There's like hives all over our arms, and we're just staying low. And so he does a couple pass-bys, I think, to try to just look into the woods to see if he can find anybody. But he never ends up finding us. But that was kind of our last straw. At that point, we were just like, we're not messing around with this anymore. And so we decided not to do it anymore, which was great. And we got away with it. And they ended up not even coming up to our parents. I'm surprised they didn't walk up our driveway to our house that they could obviously see. They kind of just like left us alone. But yeah, we never got caught. We never got the consequences for that. And that's probably why the fire happened the next year. Just kind of a thought. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed listening. And if you didn't, well, fuck you. I don't care. And I hope you have a wonderful day.
Dude, I say we look around. There's got to be something sick to skate here.